We've all seen kids, whether it's ours in the grocery store, your niece and nephew, they're 1, 2, 3 years old, or in my case, 4-year-old, and when they don't get their way, you know it because of their attitude. You see this girl like this, or they're stomping their feet. Look at her, she has such an attitude. Or in my case, my 4-year-old, my mom will come to visit. You deserve that. He has an attitude when he doesn't get his way. And it's cute till they become teenagers. And that teenager becomes an adult. And all of a sudden, the attitude's not so cute anymore if they are negative about things. I came across this chart. And when I made the chart, my handwriting is pretty sloppy. I have trouble drawing stick figures. It took me 3 attempts to make the chart. And I made the chart, left it in the living room with the Sharpie on it. You remember I said I have a 4-year-old? I went and took a shower, came back, and he enhanced my chart. It had scribble marks all over it, so I had to make a 4th chart. And at the very bottom, fortunately, at the very bottom, I wrote the word coincidence. And I'm looking at it going, so I get my phone, I misspelled coincidence. So I had to fold it and lick it, get it wet, get a book and tear it off, and finally we have a semi-presentable version. The alphabet, A through Z. If you assign a corresponding number, 1 through 26 in sequence, to each letter of the alphabet, 1 with A, 2 with B, all the way through 26 with Z. Everybody tells you the key to being successful is having knowledge, knowing your subject matter. Well, as you can see, the letter with the number comes up with 96%, and that's pretty good. Being knowledgeable is important. However, I listen to a radio show on Saturday mornings if I'm in my car called The Train Station. This guy is very knowledgeable about his material. He's very articulate. But sometimes I find myself turning the radio off because of his attitude. He's very condescending, very arrogant. Some of his responses are catty. And here's a guy that has a lot to offer, and I'm turning him off. So think about being knowledgeable, but also your attitude, how you show up to others. That way you're more powerful. Then we're told the key to being successful is hard work. And by the way, I spelled those correctly on the chart. You add a hard work and it's 98%. 98%. Almost 100, but not quite. All my life, I have been a hard worker, but I'm not where I want to be in life because I'm a lone wolf. I do everything on my own and I don't ask for support until now. I'm learning to ask for support so that I get to where I want to be. I changed my attitude about hard work. How about working smart is a better philosophy now. Well, I took the word attitude, spelled it correctly, matched the corresponding numbers. What do you think I came up with? 100%. Attitude is everything. May not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, may not be the hardest worker, but having a positive attitude will take you places. These days I hear a lot of people, and I'm a big sports fan, especially athletes, they just don't get me. The coaches don't get me. My teammates don't get me. The music under those words is, I have my heels dug in, and I'm committed to being right. My way's the right way. That's really what they're saying. They don't care about being as effective a teammate as they want to be. They're committed to being right. Many years ago, I went through these trainings to get certified as a leadership coach. And I'm committed to making a difference in as many lives as possible. That probably means I better not be committed to being right all the time. I went through this PhD program, and it's a company PhD program. I don't want to misrepresent myself to say I went to an affiliate college, I'm a doctor. I played one on TV, but I'm not a doctor. This is through a company. And this trainer that facilitated the leadership training course, he knew our weaknesses, and mine is intimacy, lack of intimacy. Scotty, go in front of the room. All my peers are there seated in a semicircle. Be intimacy. Be intimacy. Okay. And no, everyone was to remain seated until they got I was being intimate. So I said a few funny things, shared some things from the heart, and most people were standing. But if I'm committed to making a difference in as many lives as possible, I get to keep shifting my way of being until everyone got I was being intimate. By the end of the course, I had everyone standing, but also had snot running down my face, tears coming out of my eyes. I got to shift my way of being until people got I was being intimate. So it's all what you're committed to. Are you committed to being an effective leader, a game changer? And think about your attitude. Shift your way of being until everyone gets you're being intimate. A lot of companies, they have this great mission statement or vision statement, and they don't hire employees who align with that vision. Every time I go to Trader Joe's, if the person hasn't waited on me, I tell them, every time I do a talk, I mention you guys in the training. I talk about, here's a company that actually has a mission of being friendly, helpful, polite. They ask about your day. Not one time have I gone into Trader Joe's and not had that type of experience. So think about, if you own a company, actually hire people who align with your vision for success. A lot of times I use what carpenters do. They measure twice and cut once so they get it right. A lot of companies, they don't even measure. They just hire people and they're having to redo their work all the time. One step forward, two steps back. Think about that, how that pertains to your job. Even be responsible if you know what the position asks for. Have the right attitude, knowing that's what it's hired, this is the pay. Be responsible and know that's exactly what you asked for. Muhammad Ali said, believe that you are the best. Even if you're not, pretend that you are. Winston Churchill said, attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Think about the attitude. Have you ever gone to a grocery store, had someone waiting on you, the cash register? They've got the introvert at the cash register. What do you want? What do you need? Or you go to the grocery store and they tell you, how's your day? Did you find everything okay? Well, I saw a body on aisle 4, and then they just keep going. It's just a canned response. They don't really care about how your day is going. So attitude is everything. Think about what your vision is for your life. Are you committed to making a difference in as many lives as possible? If so, make sure your thinking ain't stinking. Madam Toastmaster.